How are you doing? So, first and foremost, I just want to say that I cannot exercise the art of inviting all of the new people as well as I would like to because so many people have come over here. And unfortunately, you're on the but you're kind of fumbled in the list. So I've seen some names of some people that I know and some people that I don't know. But just know that to all of the newcomers here, welcome. I hope that you guys get a chance to actually watch the welcome video to truly understand and learn what the space is. Within about the last 24 hours, many of you may have come over here specifically for the marketing challenge. And so you have no idea when disappear on me, but there's a lot of free content in here that I would really encourage you all to stay. And so for those of you that to vibe and get the essence of doing business and doing it our way and feeling great and feeling unique about it and walking in our authenticity. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about this whole thing that's about to go down because I want for the sooner some of you all start coming over here, the better, so that you can get an opportunity to embrace some mindset hurdles that you're going to have to overcome. Now, many of you already show up. Um, let's see, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm hoping that this is still recording. I'm getting a message that I have a low signal. So I'm going to pull this up on my computer to make sure it's still going. Okay, there we go. Many of you already show up. You do. You should of getting leads the way that you want to. And you've done what all the gurus have told you to do. You have put the lead generation magnet out there and a bunch of other stuff. And I want you to understand that you got to keep going, but I want you to learn the power by, storytelling. Lisa Nichols says it all the time. You want to master the art of storytelling. That's how you build your audience. But a lot of you don't understand how to do that. And that's what I am going to help you with. Well, I'm also going to be here and tell you that it's not just the art of storytelling. It's also about authenticity and it's also about connecting. And so most of us, we fall into that weird space of being salesy or being a boss because we're also inauthentic. And so people, you're not very vulnerable. You're not as vulnerable as you think you are. So before I scare anybody, I want you to understand that this challenge that is about to come up, it is going to help people understand your brand. See, you are the brand. It's not the product. Please understand, people come to me because they want to know how to sell. They want to strategically get their products, together. They want to, have most women to me, even if they don't want to work with me one to one, but maybe they want to collaborate, is the fact they be like, damn, that woman just tells, ooh, I be feeling that, but I can't say that. And so my brand is authenticity. I want you all to consider what is your brand. And I have had to tell, clients before, I'll use an example, for instance, like if you were working with me and you were a relationship coach, I'm vulnerable, I show the good and I show the bad. Well, vulnerability is like, why did you become one? Is it because you were divorced and in a piss poor marriage where you were identified with your story? If you do finances, have you been bankrupt? Have you been homeless? What has gone wrong in your life? And most of those things we don't want to put out there because, sisters, what happens with us? The more vulnerable we are, oftentimes we feel like the more judged we are. I mean, think about it. If I put it, for instance, on the music industry, a brother could get out there and do something crazy and they'd be like, man, look at what Drake and them on again. But when a sister does something crazy, all of a sudden we're judging her for how well of a parent she is. We start looking at her for her moral standards. And a woman can make one mistake, and then all of a sudden we're scrutinizing every single thing about her, made at a much higher standards, and not given as much room for grace as men are. And then if you're a woman of color, then you've really gotten it jacked up. But that doesn't matter. I'm a firm believer in all of those things don't matter. You have to learn to walk in your truth and not surrender to those systems, and then make the systems of judgment surrender to you. And you have to realize that this stuff that I'm talking about, yeah, I'm talking about the psychology of who you are as a human being. What in the hell does that have to do with your marketing? every single thing. Because if I came out here, and I've done this before, and I'm not going to be as dramatic, but if I came out here and and I had my hair flat ironed, or maybe had a really pretty bob, and I was like, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is August Crenshaw, and I am here to help you with your business strategy, your mindset, and your sales. I've been in the industry now for 4 years, and I have several clients that have gotten outstanding results by following my proprietary process. That doesn't even feel good. When you heard it, there was nothing wrong with it. And in the right setting, I might pull Becky out because we the king, we the queen certified code switchers, right? But that's not what brings my clients to me. I just come out here and straight up tell you, listen, at the end of the day, you out there promoting, putting yourself out there. You don't have the results that you're looking for in your business. So you're going to have to realize you got some mindset issues. Your strategy needs to be cleaned up, blah, 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 blah. When I get to talking like that, that's what attracts my. I'm going to give you several cues every single day. Now, you can, and I'm going to explain this in further detail when we actually do it. Challenge. You're going to go live and you're going to talk about stuff that you can easily discuss in a conversational mode. So you're not sitting here fumbling around thinking, okay, what's the limiters? What's the day? Do I feel embarrassed because I'm looking at a sheet of paper? Get to understand you and your brand. You want people to bond with you, know who you are, and love the essence of your being, because that is what you're selling. Everybody's a coach, whether that's for healing or for business or marketing. Everybody's a social media strategist, a virtual manager. One of y'all calls yourself a virtual assistant. The other one calls himself a virtual executive. Your boss managers, all these different names. You call yourself a language coach. You call yourself a tutor, whatever. There's always a multitude of people doing the same thing you do. Yeah, you say intuitive healer, you call divine spiritual healer. We don't care about titles. We care about you as a person. And so once I unveil, people actually start coming to you. And what many of you all should see is more responses on your videos, more comments, more friend requests, more followers, and more back-end messaging. Because a lot of the things that some of you guys are going to say, a lot of people are not going to comment because they're going to need to reach out to you on the back end because you've hit some triggers for them. And when those triggers are hit, they're going to want to confide in you. They're going to want to talk to you. And now, please understand, all of the other stuff with how you respond and whether or not you kill the sale, that's not what this is. I am literally here to make sure you get your lead generation on par. Light up the world right now in a time where people are being really sensitive about their money, where you feel really icky about selling. You have got to understand what's that fine line that you don't want to cross between being market-ish and salesy versus actually promoting your products and services with integrity. And so the world needs more positivity now. It's very difficult for me to go to the grocery store because where I'm used to looking at people and saying hello, half the people have masks on their face and they're so busy practicing social distancing, but girl, hey girl, and then that's it. But it does feel very weird to me. So we can either be in the weirdness. I still just keep smiling and wait for that setup as a united front. And simultaneously, while we're promoting our businesses, we are about to insert a lot of positivity on all of these waves. So that's just your nugget for today, your moment of inspiration. Ladies, you guys are in a hub that is specifically for us, that's away from all of the noise and distraction of some of the other social media sites. This is where you come, you learn, you explore, you connect, and you network, and then you go out there and you build your business. So thank you all again for being a part of the Authentic Collective. We are just barely beginning, and I'll talk to you all later.